Welcome to episode 2. I swear, I keep saying this. We'll change scenery eventually.
But actually this time.
Yes. But for more important news, I got a cloak. People who are just listening to this can't see me, but I have bought a really cool black cloak. I look really cool.
It's really cool.
It's actually really edgy and cool.
So cool and edgy. Wow.
I'm gonna do the entire podcast like this.
All right. Hold on, let me pull up my notes here.
So,
episode 2. Here we go. It delayed a little bit longer than I think we would have liked, but
what do you think about the coronavirus going around, Josh?
Jesus Christ. Just right to it. This is related to the anime podcast because a lot of different conventions have been announcing
canceled.
That they are canceled. Yeah. Not to mention a bunch of other things like concerts are being canceled. I think GDC got canceled. Lots of things are being canceled.
Riot's little Valorant event. Remember when they invited that I didn't get invited to? Is also canceled. How much of it do you think is serious and how much do you think is fear-mongering? I've seen a lot of fear-mongering going around with this and it's kind of weird.
There's definitely a lot of fear-mongering going on, but I think for these companies and stuff like that, like canceling is the safe decision, right? Because like they don't want the liability of like creating more cases and whatnot. So I can understand where these guys are coming from. Now, we have a different situation that's happening in my personal household.
Oh yeah, tell them about what's going on in your house.
So the reason why that we have to film today and not any other day is because starting from tomorrow on, my household is bunkering. We are literally closing doors to all people. No one is allowed out. No one is allowed in. And we are doing this for 2 weeks. We bought like, I don't know, it's got to be like $800 worth of groceries, which it's probably too much now that I think about it.
That's overdoing it, yeah.
And yeah, we're just gonna stay in. And now my personal feelings about it.
In other news, nothing's really changed because let's be honest, they don't really go outside anyway. It's just an excuse to stay inside and play video games, right?
This is true. Okay, I'm struggling to find my files here. What the heck?
So what I did when we heard that we live near K-Town and we heard that there were cases, I guess, a case in K-Town, where one, it was again a lot of fear mongering, like this woman who like went and got coronavirus or something and went to these restaurants in K-Town and those were being blacklisted and all this stuff. As soon as Michael and I found out, like we're like, let's go to these restaurants, no lines. So we get there and there was still no parking. That's the incredible part. I'm like, what? Anyway, do you need the Wi-Fi password?
Yeah, I still need the Wi-Fi.
Okay, I showed Michael like one episode of Haikyuu, right?
Yeah.
And this was in Florida. I need to
Wait, does he watch anime? Dude.
Michael watches like bits and pieces. He has been watching like My Hero and shit, right? But he watches. Okay. I showed him Promised Neverland.
Oh.
Okay, for the first time. I showed him the first episode. He's like, all right, it was pretty good. Turn on the next episode. All right, it's pretty good to turn on the next episode. All right, it's getting really good. Turn on the next. We binged it in 2 days.
Oh.
Yeah, as soon as we started, we just could not stop till the very last. And I was like waiting for the last episode, right? Yeah. When spoilers. You know when like the Isabella's Lullaby comes on and you realize how great of a villain she is. It's not working?
Yeah. Am I misspelling it? Is there a capital letter?
No, there's no.
Hold on, let me just double check what it is again.
Sure. Did you spell it right?
Okay, wait.
Yeah. Yep. Anime titty 69x4.
6969.
Yes. That one.
Right? Okay, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he loved Promised Neverland.
Yeah.
I like showing people anime that's really good that they've never seen before because it's like watching it again through like another like wait till he gets to that part. And then we started watching Haikyuu. So we bought a volleyball and we're gonna start playing volleyball now.
Okay,
so if you ever want to join,
yeah. I did the exact same thing a couple of years back because like there are volleyball courts near Santa Monica, and so I was like,
we're gonna become volleyball players, right? I even looked at the same model of volleyball.
Oh really? Oh my god!
But I couldn't find like the exact one. But anyway, Haikyuu after like episode 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
I like zoned out I fell asleep for 2 episodes. I wake up, he's on episode 4. He's like, Lily, I'm in this. But it's always nice seeing like new viewers and fans.
Yeah.
Anyway, what have we got on the agenda, Josh?
All right. Well, okay. So we kind of have our segments, right? We have the news. I guess since we talked about coronavirus, we might as well continue on the news track.
Yes.
I have some notes here. Basically, the new Made in Abyss movie is coming out
Oh,
soon.
that's sick. That's
Yeah.
another one I wanted to show. It's
So good.
Elevator? Am I right? Elevator?
Oh, God.
God, I love fucked up things or cute things. Like Made in Abyss is the the opening song of Made in Abyss? It's so good. It's so catchy
It's
and
so
cute.
good.
But yeah, the movie. Nice. Okay.
So I guess right now there are 3 movies, but the first 2 are kind of a wrap up of what already exists.
Oh,
and
like-
then the third
yeah.
one is finally the continuation. So now this is apparently like where Bondrewd becomes like the main focus of the thing. And so I'm really excited about it.
I would
and,
watch this.
apparently it's being shown everywhere, like even in EU. So if you are in EU, this is your chance to watch an anime. I think they get kind of snubbed a lot of the time for anime releases, but this is
Ew.
one where they get to join in on it. So there's that. My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising, the movie, debuted at number 4 on US opening weekend, which is pretty crazy.
I did not watch it. Did you watch it?
I actually ended up watching it.
Was it like the fan servicey one, like the first one?
I think even more so.
Oh my god! Did they have like the All Might plus Ultra, blah, 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 and then like
All
some-
Might's not in this one, but
Oh.
there's some different bullshit.
What's the most fan servicey thing? I'm just curious. Like
Basically, Bakugo and Deku team up for this.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't say no more.
I won't spoil it, but like
God, Deku and Bakugo are like the Sasuke and Naruto of this generation. or
yeah,
some
no,
shit.
they fully are, and I think it's funny in movies all the time. I like want to do a skit about this because it's so funny, but like every time they're like, okay, I'm putting my life on the line, my final thing, and then like they kill the final boss, and then they're like, he'll never use his powers again, and then it's just like, JK, he gets his powers back, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, no, I mean
Okay.
they're main characters.
But like, there's no tension, right? Because
There isn't.
like,
That's
okay,
it for kids, honestly. Like it's just like, don't ever give up on your dreams. Pull through and you can do it, and you'll
That's-
get the love interest at the end.
that's what I want my life to be like too.
I know,
It's not
Josh.
just
Hey, you
kids.
got the 3D girl. Good
Yeah.
luck. Good job. I got the 3D boy. Oh, we're both.
Wait
we
a
both
second.
did it. We both did it.
Yeah,
2020. We did it.
2020. That means there's clearly a pattern here. People who watch anime
Get
get
significant
into
others.
Yeah. Scar,
relationships.
you're next.
Scar reads manga. Maybe that's.
Oh, that's the
the
difference.
manga readers.
If you watched anime,
He reads books too, and like reads like novels and stuff, and web novels too. Maybe
that's the problem.
Scar has been recommending me like. Okay, Scar. I'm sorry. I keep going on a tangent. He keeps recommending me Runway.
Oh,
He
yeah.
really wants me to watch Runway. Like, Lily, you gotta watch
Is he
Runway.
watching it?
Yeah, he watched.
He's watching anime. He's gonna get it. He's gonna do it.
Do you think 2020? The year of
2020,
Scar?
the year of Skara.
Okay.
Mark it down.
I'm down.
But yeah, Runway's good. We'll talk about the seasonal stuff in a
Yes,
second.
yeah.
We talked about a bit about the coronavirus. There's a new original anime film called Kimi wa Kanata that's announced for fall 2020. This is the synopsis. The adolescent fantasy film is set in Tokyo's Ikebukuro district and it centers on 2 childhood friends named Mio and Shin. Mio has feelings for Shin and always thinks about him, but has never been able to tell him how she feels. One day, they get into an argument over something trivial, and sometime afterward, Mio decides to make up with him. As she heads to Shin while drenched by the rain, she gets into a traffic accident. When Mio regains consciousness, she finds herself in a new
this
and
an
unfamiliar...
isekai?
Apparently, it's an isekai.
Do you like? I just love how dramatic it sounds. I like 2 childhood friends, feelings for someone, argument, making up with him, drenched by the rain, traffic accident, regains consciousness. It's just like, it's very dramatic.
Yeah, it's like very
really-
K-pop, very...
I would watch it. I like what ifs a lot.
Yeah.
Like just like shit like this. I know isekai is kind of overdone, but it's
keep
something
going
about
back
it. It's
to
just
it.
really,
Yeah, I just-
if you told me there was an anime that I was reborn in an unfamiliar world with this like caveat, right? I would
Yeah.
still watch it.
Yeah.
As long as they do it entertaining, I don't know.
I'm actually watching Isekai right now, and
What-
that I really love. Again, we'll get back to that in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
seasonal
yeah,
stuff. But anyways, the visuals look really nice. They it feels very much like Kimi no Nawa in terms of like the visuals.
It
So,
won't be Kimi no Nawa.
but it won't be Kimi no Nawa.
But it might be. I'm not gonna.
Under some sad news, there's a Spanish dub actor who was recently killed in Mexico.
What?
And this guy apparently did dubs for a lot of things. He's like a very prominent figure in the like the Spanish dub scene, and he does stuff for like Cartoon Network shows, anime, and whatnot. And the craziest thing about this is that it's just a completely random act of violence. Apparently, he was trying to get rent out of
a tenant.
Yeah, out of a tenant, and he killed him,
The wife,
and
the brother-in-law,
and he tries to kill himself,
but
it fails. Ugh.
Like random acts of violence like that can just snuff out your entire friggin' family. It's scary.
Yeah, it's super scary.
It's scary. Like maybe you have the right idea, not going outside for 2 weeks in your house. Like
maybe
I don't know. It's sad. Like wow.
It's crazy to think that like it could happen to anyone. Really. Stay safe and make good decisions.
Fragile. Oh well. All right. That's sad.
Going back to the Scar news, Tower of God is supposed to premiere on April 1st on Crunchyroll. Yeah, and
is that an April 1st joke? You think?
No, there's no way.
All right.
That would be so cruel. Can you really imagine
how people are really excited about Tower of God?
Yeah,
for good reason. It was a manga.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like a webtoon. Korean.
Mm-hmm. Wow, like a Korean webtoon being made into like there are so many good webtoons. I feel like we can do an episode on just webtoons. Like the amount of cool webtoons out there is like really great.
If I was an anime producer, I'd be like all over that shit. Webtoons. Yeah, like
because you have the source material already, and then if you find like a really good source material, I can only imagine like how giddy like people who are making the anime are. I guess.
Yeah.
Because you already have all the source. You just need to like execute it now.
And then like the cool part is when they take something and like even make it better. Yeah, because like I heard that the person who made Demon Slayer was like in tears constantly because of just how amazing they made like can you imagine making something and then someone taking that work and just like
breathing it life.
Yeah, just like I can't even imagine.
I cry.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that's how people who like let's say like write books and they're like adapted into movies or shows. Like it must feel magical.
Yeah.
There's some like I think of Parasite because that was one of the most faithful like adaptation from a manga that came out in the 90s, right? Mm-hmm. And they made it so much better. Yeah. Wow, I just really like that.
Wait, Parasite was a really manga?
Parasite was a manga from the 90s.
What?
So when the first episode came out, I'm like, wow, this is good. I heard there's a source material for it, and you know me, when there's
I'm getting confused. I thought the Parasite like the Korean movie.
No,
I was like,
we're in an anime podcast.
I'm sorry.
Although the Korean
we're talking about Korean stuff.
The Korean movie would be a really cool manga or a manga or anything. Like it'd be so cool.
It'd be super good.
But completely off topic. But
now
that
imagine you make something awesome
and then they shouldn't fucking. What are you referring to? Is there any examples?
I was thinking of Avatar: The Last Airbender movie.
What? There's a movie?
Oh yeah, no. There is no movie in Ba Sing Se.
That was like okay. I'm sorry. When Avatar was so important for a lot of us who grew up as Asian Americans. I think because it's like whoa, I see my culture or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was just amazing. And then when they announced the live action, of course we're all excited. It's gonna be super awesome. Yeah. Then you see the casting, and it's like. Even like when I was younger, I'm like something doesn't feel right? So I like looked it up, and then like that's how like I looked up like race bending. That's what they call it. You know, like saying like Asian Americans aren't shown in Hollywood. So that's how it opened up the doors for me. So
I'm just imagining someone who's like Indian, right? Because then all the Fire Nation people were like Indian descent. And
I thought Fire Nation was based off of Japanese.
I mean, I think the whole world is sort of like built off of like kind of like Chinese culture.
I think Earth Kingdom was like Chinese, Korean, like I'm just generalizing a little bit. Fire Nation was a little bit more Japanese. The waterbenders were more Inuit, I think. And
okay. That makes sense.
The airbenders were Tibetan monks, based off of that. Or something like that. I looked up vaguely, but it was very Asian focused.
But it would feel bad that like, I guess like my whole race is just considered like evil for the Fire Nation.
And then
like,
the main two siblings were very, very not Asian.
I don't.
I remember being very.
Who's that actress who gets casted in all those Asian? Like, she was the lead for Ghost in the Shell.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, they got Scarlett Johansson. Okay, anyways.
Oh my god, this is a whole other topic.
This is a different
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Jimmy Wong on Twitter.
Oh,
He speaks up
yeah.
a lot for Asian American
Yeah.
actors in Hollywood. Anyway, moving on. This is a whole other
politics
thing.
aside.
Yeah, politics sucks.
Tower of God. Other interesting news is Kevin Penkin is on the soundtrack, and he's the guy who did the music for Shield Hero and also for Made in Abyss. So I think people are really excited for that. And their opening for Tower of God is going to be done by a K-pop group known as Stray Kids. Now that is kind of crazy,
really
right?
cool. A K-pop group doing an anime opening.
I've always thought that like Southern K-pop songs, like there's a group called Dreamcatcher, and they kind of have this like driving rock sound. I was like, that could be an anime opening, and now we're gonna see like a group do an anime opening. So I don't know.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think
Dreamcatcher is the first thing I thought of as well.
Yeah.
They have really anime opening esque.
Right,
songs.
and so I'm interested to see what they use for the Stray Kids stuff, and I think it's also cool because Tower of God is a Korean thing, and so
Yeah,
using
no,
a
I think it
Korean
makes
thing,
perfect
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
In other news, Food Wars season 3 apparently is airing on April 10th. I don't
Season
know.
5?
Season 5. Oh my god, what am I saying?
God, Food Wars kind of. I just lost interest
Yeah.
after the third one, maybe third season. I don't know. It started off funny, niche a little, you know. It's like, oh look, they're tearing off their clothes while the food it looks, you know, they're like orgasmic over the.
It was like really good the first time around, and you're like, okay, they're getting naked again. Okay.
It's like the dish that you eat for the first time and it's good. And yeah, the second time, all right, it's like okay, then it just, you know, just kind of gets
It's
bland.
just not like a McDonald's Big Mac, which is like perfectly good every time for the rest of the time, right?
No,
Right?
no,
Big
absolutely
Mac?
not. That's disgusting. You know what I always hated about
delicious.
Big Mac? The fucking bread in the middle.
But it's so
Why would you
chewy.
eat a bread in the middle?
But it gives it like a little extra fluff in the center.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
like
that's
it.
just extra carbs. I take the bread out.
What?
I take the bread out.
I mean, it is weird. Like, I
When I
can't
was-
think of any other sandwiches that just have
When I was younger, I thought it was like supposed to be two sandwiches at the same time, so I would take the first, the top part. I'm like, why the fuck did I always forget the second part?
Wait, that's so big brain. Wait, if you bought 2 Big Macs and then you could like make 6 I can't do math. 3 sandwiches.
Stay in school. You may.
I'm so glad I'm not an engineer. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I was just confused. I don't understand it. It's just extra calories.
I do like it though.
Okay, all right. You eat the little bread in the middle. I'll take it out and feed it to my dog. Anyway, yeah,
Okay.
Food Wars was. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Has the manga ended yet? In Food? Yes, it did.
Oh, it
did.
did?
Did it? Oh, no, it did it.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, I'm so curious because I feel like I read the ending. Yes.
So it has ended?
Yes.
Oh. That's gotta be a real like a. That's always crazy, I think, when the source material is done. Especially after a long time. I remember when Naruto ended, I was like, oh my god, like that's
It ended.
yeah, it was just a big deal.
Yeah. I don't think he ended up with the girl I wanted him to end up with. Yeah, it ended. Anyway, all right.
Anyways, okay, so this is a little less timely now, but I still feel like we should go over it. Last time we filmed right before
The Crunchyroll
Awards and various other awards. But I figured we should talk through them and, you know, talk about like what we thought and whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm
we'll just-
totally done. I was there.
Yeah, you presented the best music, right?
That Carolyn Tuesday rightfully won. I
Yeah,
know, but,
rightfully.
You know, whatever.
It's hard to argue with
That was
a
really
music show.
The host was like, "You can catch Carolyn Tuesday on Crunchyroll." And
yeah.
my co-host, actually, it's on. All right, thank you, and goodbye. That was the fun. He has balls to say that though.
I remember that moment. I was like, they have I went on Crunchyroll and I was like, they don't have that. Ooh, big yikes. Okay, so let's go through the categories here. Best character design went to Dororo.
Okay, I mean it's okay. Like Hekimaru was cute.
Yeah, I thought the monster designs are cool, I guess. So that's character design.
It's not
right?
really like standing out to me. I thought. I even think Demon Slayer has better design.
really, like,
I think
I think that one butterfly girl, I forgot her name.
Shinobu,
Yeah, like her design is like,
beautiful.
and like in animation where she looks like a butterfly in the night sky, like wow, like that's
That's
very.
why everyone is cosplaying Demon Slayer. I think good character that's a testament almost to good character design as well. Like, if how many people are cosplaying your character?
No,
honestly?
seriously.
Yeah.
I think that makes a huge thing because like cosplayers want something cool to dress up as, and I don't
Dude,
know.
Shinobu and Nezuko appeals to the girls like 9,000 times 5%.
Yeah. Next category, best animation went to Mob Psycho.
That
season
one
2.
episode, episode 5 was it? That fight with the little movie bar thingy.
Unbelievable.
Very good. I think it's I thought it would be Demon Slayer, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
That episode, but I think they're both good.
I think they're both great. It's actually crazy that I thought that Mob Psycho won because I think typically I feel like Mob Psycho kind of gets pushed aside a little bit, and everyone always talks about Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Mob Psycho was I like Mob Psycho infinitely more than Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
The characters are just so much more lovable. Fight scene, of course, is Tanjiro and Nezuko versus Rei.
Yeah.
That I think I agree with that.
That
Very
fight
good.
is so iconic.
I
you
got
know?
shivers.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
just
even
thinking
like
about
Demon
it.
Slayer and I got shivers.
And I can like see it. You know,
Yeah,
it's so
the
striking.
song too. When
Yeah.
I listened to that song 90 times, like the Newatachi, like that, and then
Yeah.
like, oh god, the mother and just telling Nezuko you gotta help your brother out, and the whole flashback. I was like, God, I don't like this show, but this part is so good.
It was just so well directed. Just everything about it.
Imagine if all anime was like that well directed. I think I'd watch a lot more anime.
I wish like they would go back and remake Naruto.
I was literally about to say it
Yeah.
because I love the concept of Naruto,
Yeah.
well, without all the fillers and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And some of the later parts were kind of weird, but
if
trim
you
that
just trim that stuff
and then like
down,
condense it a little bit. Oof, God.
that like even
Oh
some of
my
the
God.
early One Piece stuff, like Yu Yu Hakusho, and like some of these older shows, like if they just got the treatment that like some of these current day thing gets,
I think eventually maybe
It's
given the
possible.
popularity of
Yeah.
like Naruto was like this generation's I guess My Hero.
Yeah.
I prefer Naruto over My Hero, but maybe that's just a nostalgia.
maybe
and
we're just
talking.
boomers. Yeah.
Fuck. My Hero was okay. I don't know why I never like truly got into it. I like the crazy chick.
I do like My Hero, and I think there are a couple things that I like it better than Naruto. But like Naruto has so much legacy, you know. Like I don't imagine when people are My Hero nerds, like what do they do? Like Naruto people, they had like their stupid Naruto run. They have
I
the
still do it.
headbands. Like it's just like the thing. But for My Hero fans, like it just doesn't feel as like culturally ingrained the way
Yes,
like,
that's what it is.
Naruto is.
Remember in high school, my friend came to class one day with the fucking Konoha
Yeah.
headband, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, oh, where'd you get it?
Just
Hot
curious.
topic.
Just and the really edgy people have the scratch
The fucking
one.
scar
Yeah.
across it. Oh, and the Akatsuki
Yeah, the
coat.
cloaks.
Everyone cosplayed
I
as
thought
that.
they were so cool. I wanted
Honestly,
one
the red cloak, Itachi.
so cool.
Itachi was hot.
Itachi. Also, I love the sand puppet guy.
Oh, forgot his name,
I
but I
forgot his
understand.
name with the red
Yeah.
hair. Oh, he was so cool.
I love the character development. Like they have the time skip and everything. That was cool. Some deaths that were interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. I
I
just
just
go back and do
Naruto
that.
always has like a special place in my heart.
for sure. For sure.
We're just nostalgia.
No, we're just old.
Fuck.
That's just what
Dude,
it
the
is.
first Chunin exam. God.
When Gaara first shows up and kills somebody, I was like,
And then the
"What am I
fucking
watching?"
sand coffin shit. I'm like,
I remember just being like, man, Gaara's some fucked up shit. He's so scary.
when I saw, when Sakura first cuts her hair, that
Yeah.
episode that based on her, that was like so big for me because I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to be like her too, like all strong, standing up for her friends.
It was such like a big like I don't give a fuck moment, right?
Yeah.
And like
Okay. Well, to be fair, it was like two part. Okay. One, yeah, it was cool. Naruto and Sasuke are unconscious, and she cuts her hair, and there's a shot of her of her back, and she's like, "Now you guys can watch my back, right?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right, here we go, Sakura. Pull out some jutsu." She just uses clone jutsu and bites his arm. I was like slightly underwhelmed.
that's the one part of Naruto that I think My Hero does better, by the way, is the female characters. I just like there's so many female characters in My Hero that I like love and they have awesome abilities, but oh boy.
Sakura picked up after she got the super strength.
I guess.
But you have to wait like a fuck
long
ton of time.
time, yeah.
Hinata also kind of picked up too. Alright. And
Yeah,
honestly,
it's pretty rough.
hero female character is kind of weird. I'm gonna be honest.
I think he admitted that too.
Yeah, he
in
did
an
admit
interview,
that. But she was part of the reason why I wanted my persona to have pink hair.
No.
Yeah, her and Amy Rose from Sonic, but that's another story. I love
Wait, really?
Yes.
Amy Rose from
Amy
Sonic?
Rose, Sakura, and there's like one more character that like, you know what? I want my OC to have pink hair too. That's why.
God.
I love
Of
pink
all things, Amy
Rose
Rose.
from Sonic. But she was so cute. You know her. She's like the pink hedgehog with the short pink hair.
Yeah.
And she's got Sonic and like really girly and stuff. I'm like, I like this.
Wow, that is actually amazing.
You know, kids get influenced by like all sorts of things, right? You must have gotten influenced by some anime character or whatever.
I mean, I wanted to have like big spiky hair.
yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh!
People don't really have spiky hair like that IRL.
No, they don't.
I wanted
They
to look
don't.
like Vash from Trigun.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
Doesn't really work, especially when you're like a slightly overweight, like middle school child who, you know.
It's okay, Josh. You're cool now. You're cool now.
Yeah, I'm definitely cooler now. I'm totally not living out my dreams. Okay.
Anyway, oh my god, what are we talking about? We fucking went off. Okay, let's go there.
Yeah, best
Okay,
couple.
Kaguya.
Kaguya-sama.
Interesting thing, I recently helped. I was a guest part of the R Anime Awards
Oh,
from
yeah.
Reddit. Kaguya-sama won so many categories in that particular like award
Yeah.
theme. I thought that was interesting. Like I guess the R Anime community really likes Kaguya-sama.
Yeah, my Discord was the same way. I think there are just so many memes from that show.
There
and I
are.
think
And the
internet people
fucking
love memes.
ska.
Yeah. Best girl goes to Raptalia from Rising Shield Hero. Interesting.
I like Raftalia. I cosplayed as her once too. I don't know if I agree with that though.
100% don't.
Okay, yeah.
100% don't.
I like her character design.
Her character
I like her
is good.
name, Raftalia.
It is a cool
That
name.
is a cool name. It makes you forget that she's actually like a raccoon girl or some shit. You know?
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Best boy.
Tanjiro. All right, moving on. Moving on.
Demon Slayer. Best opening sequence goes to Mob Psycho.
I liked it.
I really liked it.
It was so unique.
I'm surprised that Demon Slayer didn't win, TBH. Because
That was-
in TikToks and everything, I hear that opening literally all the time. Da, 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 da. Like, it's so hype, and I don't know. I love the mob one too, so whatever.
Tsuyaku. I just remember that part. Okay, anyway.
Best ending sequence goes to Chica, the Chica dance. Yeah,
I agree
one.
with that.
Yeah, okay.
I agree with this.
Next, best performance by voice actor from the English side, Billy Kametz.
Naofumi.
Naofumi, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. I actually randomly met him at Riot. I was going in for dance practice, and he was chilling with Faye Mata. I was like, oh,
All the
that's-
voice actors are like.
yeah, they're
there's
so
like-
tightly knit. I
Oh,
feel
they
like.
are. They
Yeah.
are. 100%. It's like a. What do you call it? Not a bubble, but they're just all connected.
Yeah. I thought it was
Very
it's
interesting. All the
cool.
voice
Yeah.
actors know each other. That's pretty cool.
Best performance by voice actor Japanese. Yuichi Nakamura for
JoJo's
Part
Bizarre.
5. I'm catching up, by the way. I'm doing it. I'm,
Worth it?
Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm
You
almost done with
JoJo
4.
fan now? You're gonna do the pose every time? All the JoJo
reference.
I have a question. How do you know if someone's a JoJo fan?
Oh, they'll tell you.
Yeah. I had fans come up to me and they asked me for a picture and they're like, "Oh, can you do this pose? The fucking JoJo pose?" And I'm like, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh,
It's interesting.
fans.
JoJo fans are very interesting. Best comedy, Kaguya-sama.
Yeah.
Fantasy, Promise Neverland.
Neverland.
You know, Promise Neverland was really good. When I was rewatching it with Michael, I'm like, dude, this was a good anime.
So good.
It was a good anime.
It's a good ass anime, and I can't wait for season 2.
I still get chills when he's like, spoil. Can I just say spoil?
Yeah, I mean, by this
It's
time.
been, Mama, why'd you give birth to me? And it's like the song. The song is so good. It's one of my favorite anime OSTs of all
Yeah.
time. Drama, Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga.
I was
I don't
expecting
know why
that
it's a
too.
drama necessarily, but I loved it.
I was thinking about that too. I was like kind of like confused why it was a drama.
Some of the categories feel a little wonky. I mean, there is drama and whatever. In
I mean,
Vinland
there's
Saga,
drama
but-
everywhere.
Yeah, but I consider that more like action.
Best director, Attack on Titan season 3.
I never understand this. This is the same thing with esports awards when they ask like to vote for best coach. I I don't know what they do, you know? Like, how am I supposed to say who's the best director or who, when like I literally don't know what they contribute, right? Like, I assume they do a lot, but like I don't know. That
He doesn't mean that you guys do a great job directing.
I know. I'm sure all you guys out there, directors and everything,
you
you guys
heard it
do
here
a great
first. Josh
job,
doesn't
but-
give a fuck about
but
LCS
no, I
coaches.
just don't. Oh, also, coaches. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do.
You don't know LCS? They have the little headphone speak and they talk when.
That's only
champs
sometimes.
select.
By the way, sometimes it's not the real coach, right?
Oh really?
Yeah, because sometimes you have like a person who's specifically there for picks and bans, and then you have like a different. Sometimes that happens. I don't know.
Best
Anyways.
score, Carolyn Tuesday.
Carolyn Tuesday,
The one I
easy.
presented. Protagonist Senku and Dr. Stone.
Senku, I like Senku.
Senku's
and I like that
pretty
a lot.
interesting. Michael likes to compare himself to Senku. Sorry, it's really fun. Sorry. Holy shit. Oh, best antagonist, Isabella.
The only thing I'll say about that one is that I thought the
Vinland Saga one.
Vinland
I
Saga
know.
guy,
I heard.
he is
Askeladd or something?
Askeladd, yeah,
Askeladd.
he is truly an amazing
Good,
character,
yeah.
and it made me sad that it wasn't even like mentioned because he is just so good. But,
Vinland Saga is a great anime, by the way.
yeah,
I
it is
recommend. It's
really
pretty
good.
Anime of the year. 3, 2, 1. Demon Slayer.
Slayer! What a surprise!
You know when I was pulling out the award for Carolyn Tuesday,
Yeah.
and the winner of the best score goes to, and I just wanted to fuck with everyone play Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
I should have done that.
it would have been funny.
Yeah, but we all knew Demon
Yeah,
Slayer was gonna win. Yeah, it's whatever.
And like some people were really mad about it on Twitter afterwards, but honestly,
Can you blame them? It's solid. It's
pretty
solid.
good, you know. Like I'm trying to think of other years what other anime have won anime of the year, but I think I was madder other years. I think there was one year like My Hero won or something, and I was like, oh, there's definitely.
I think
better
part
stuff
of it
than
is just like, is it accessible to a lot of people?
Yeah.
And Demon Slayer, I would argue, is more so than, let's say, Vinland Saga.
that.
I'm just, you know.
Oh, for sure. Vinland Saga
Yeah.
was on Prime. Who has that?
It's about
you know?
Vikings and
Yeah.
not a lot more, you know what I mean?
Like outright, it's like hard for people to be like, oh yeah, I want to watch an anime about Vikings, you know, versus
Demon
like,
Slayer,
okay,
though?
there's these guys with like samurai swords and they like fly around and
Cute
shit.
girls, too.
Yeah, cute girls.
Character design, good songs.
Yeah.
It's just solid. I don't really, it's like
Yeah.
whatever.
But yeah, anyways, but Vinland Saga actually did win Anime of the Year for a different award thing called Anime Trending. I don't know who they are, but a lot of people were excited that Vinland Saga kind of like got their thing.
All right. My filler arc Anime of the Year award. Josh, I think we both have the same thing in mind. Do you want to say it at the same
All
time?
right, okay.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Fruits
Vinland
Basket.
Saga. Yes.
Why the fuck did you say Fruits
I'm
Basket?
sorry. I didn't even think about Fruits Basket. I'm gonna be honest.
No. I was just fucking,
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah, Fruits Basket is good.
It's
don't get me
okay.
wrong.
It's fine.
It's
I'm
your personal
fucking
opinions.
it's whatever. I don't care. I literally don't care.
So
It's fine.
It doesn't
I don't
matter.
care.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I don't care.
So that's it for the award show stuff. To talk about other news, My Anime List announced that they're making changes to combat vote brigading. So most famously, what happened recently was Ishizoku Reviewers got brigaded by this YouTube channel who sent, like, his channel's big, like plus 1 million, and a different sub channel with another million. So yeah. So anyways, for people who don't know, My Anime List is a site where people use to like record what they've watched and like keep track of things and rate them. And people make a big deal out of the things that are like in the top 10, top 100, whatever. And the thing is, there's so much like brigading going on for like people who are like really big stans of the show. And for example, Chihayafuru season 3 got brigaded by Vinland Saga fans apparently. Because during that season, Chihayafuru had the highest ratings, and Vinland Saga fans were like, "No, we're not having that." So they made a bunch of accounts, gave it a bunch of zeros. So then, like the
I'm
score.
sorry. How?
This is some of the most pathetic things I've ever heard.
Pathetic you have to be to do that. You going to an anime like list site.
The level depth of like how lame this is.
This is really, really. I cannot stress enough how lame this is, and I do a lot of lame things. Okay.
Yeah. We do an anime podcast. Come on.
This is lamer than this. That's that's so weird.
It's
That's really
crazy.
weird. Like, why?
And so, anyways, I guess they're trying to change things so that it's harder for people to manipulate votes, which I think is generally a good thing. So,
I agree. Okay.
And then finally, other news: Eurocamp season 2 is gonna premiere next year in winter.
Kawaii.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love that show.
It's a comfy show. I really like it.
So that wraps it up for the news stuff.
All right, what we're watching this season? Haikyuu, like I was talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
I know we got into it really late. I know it's not like a new anime, but it's always nice, like, I don't know, watching things that I haven't watched before. I guess that people really like. And I knew for the longest time, like, Haikyuu had a lot of good fans. I just never got around to watching it. So now I'm finally watching. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna Amazon a volleyball. And we're gonna fucking play. We're gonna find an indoor court. We're gonna gather 12 people, 6 versus 6. I'm gonna be a setter.
You're gonna be a setter? Okay.
Yeah. I used to play volleyball. You know Korean churches?
Oh.
You know those like rich Korean churches? Yeah. Okay, our church had a fucking gymnasium. And every Sunday we would play volleyball. Like you had to play volleyball. Or else...
Wait, are you secretly a god at volleyball?
I'm not a god. I used to be like not bad because if you play every Sunday and like, Friday night fellowship, you get good. Yeah. And this was a social thing at church. If you didn't play volleyball, you didn't fit in, buddy. So that's how I learned volleyball, and like I wish like I had known about Haikyuu back then.
That's so crazy. I always think about that. Like I kind of wish like man, when I played soccer, I would have taken it way more seriously if there was like a soccer anime that I really enjoyed. That's
how I feel. Like if Haikyuu was out, and I played volleyball long ago.
I wanted to play football after reading Ice Shield 21 because I was like, oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. And
anime can make anything interesting.
So hype, you know.
All the little card games, the sports. There was one that I actually really liked. Oh God, okay. It was about about going on stage, acting, like saying words. Fuck. It's Raku.
Oh, Rakugo.
Is it Rakugo?
Yeah, Rakugo sounds like it's right. I haven't watched it, but that's like the stage thing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, Showa Genroku.
I heard this show's amazing.
Yes, this is the one. This is the one I did not expect to like, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's pretty fucking good. Yeah. And then like the anime about music, piano, violin, anything just makes it interesting. I love it.
I wish Your Lie in April came out when I was in like middle school. I feel like I would have. I don't know. I would have felt way more validated that like the thing that
Classical
I'm doing.
Music is so cool.
So I picked up guitar in middle school because I literally thought like, oh, no one cares that I'm good at violin. Because I like, it was just like, people think, oh, I'm just another Asian kid who plays violin. And like, no one can even understand like how much time and effort I put into this thing.
And I would know, okay, I tried learning violin. It's fucking hard. It takes years to sound good.
And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to pick up guitar. And then I started learning like Green Day songs. Like people are like, oh my God, you know Green Day songs. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm playing guitar now. Because people like, and I feel like back then, if I had just felt more validated with the violin stuff, I would have taken it much more seriously. And
I think that's what's so important to have, what's the word? The
representation, maybe?
Yeah. Like various things to like kindle your interest. Yeah. We should have an anime based on global warming, littering, pollution, our president. I'm joking.
Washing your hands,
you know, fucking.
There's so many people who don't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom, and it disgusts me.
I like the one anime about going vegan. Have you heard of it? Promise Neverland.
Oh my God.
Come on, the parallel is too good. Like when I was watching, I'm like, this seems like a little message.
You think that was their intention? Do you think
honestly, like, what's the difference? Like, you say farm raised, like grass fed, like beef, but they're still slaughtered in the end, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and they have fucking feelings. They have kids. They want to grow up. They want to live.
Cows are really fucking cute, by the way.
Yes.
I've been seeing a lot of like
cows are adorable.
Mm-hmm. And the way they prance around, even though they're huge and they're like kind of clunky looking, but it's very cute. Yeah, I don't know.
We're going to hell.
But I still like eating.
Okay. Anyway, do you want to read some of the questions?
Oh, we can go. Let's talk a little bit more about the current season stuff. So Haikyuu. My Hero has been going on. I'm trying to think what else I'm watching. It Invaded has been really surprisingly good. It's a show that's it's kind of like Inception meets The Matrix meets I think it's quite good. It's on Funimation. not on Crunchyroll. I'm sorry, Crunchyroll.
Well, it's not sponsored.
Oh, you're not sponsored. Yeah, go.
You can find anime on Crunchyroll, Amazon Prime.
Yeah, but yeah, I think It Invaded was a surprise hit for me. And then the show that I fucking love so much is Bofuri.
Okay, I was just gonna talk.
I love this anime,
I showed
Lily.
Michael the first episode. He's like, all right, this is just a progression thing where she just gets tankier and tankier.
Yeah, and it's so good. She literally is so fucking insanely
It's funny
OP.
how she like tanks it to like get stronger, I guess. It's cute.
And like the levels that I'm gonna spoil a little bit just because I can't.
Go
I
ahead.
just want to talk about it. But like she's literally like an amalgamation of this angel guardian angel thing plus demon plus like eats Hydra thing plus like she's just so OP. But it's so fun. Like
It's fun watching the progression, right?
Like I don't ever feel old of it. There's something so like. I'll probably make a YouTube video about this, but there's something like really refreshing about not having any stakes. Like I don't care because like in shows like I don't know, like typical shonen, when someone gets too OP too quick,
there needs to be like something to pull them back.
Yeah.
But this one is just like
it's just
I'm
fun.
gonna get tankier and tankier. Let's see how far we can get. And she's fucking cute. I like a little.
She doesn't like intend it to be this way,
It's
but
cute.
yeah,
It's an enjoyable ride. I agree with
it's
you.
so fun, and
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
And I love usually seeing progression things like that in like game mode, like all the stat increases, the abilities that they learn, equipment. Like I just love seeing all of that shit.
Yeah. It definitely feeds into the gamer side of me.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh,
I'm like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do next?
Yeah,
Put more into defense. Fuck yeah.
She hasn't even done anything with some of her powers yet, and I'm like, when is she gonna start like really showing how OP she is? I don't know. I'm very excited.
I like the fucking message board. Shit.
Yeah, that too is such a good touch. I love seeing like the accounts being like.
When realistically, like, I don't think that would ever happen, but I think it's cute.
I mean, sometimes, right? Like sometimes.
I think with any MMO, like, there's billions of people in this world. Someone somewhere out there, if there's a broken thing, they'll find it like immediately.
Yeah.
Like it's a numbers thing.
But like sometimes like in League, like something super dumb becomes OP, right? I just think of AP Master Yi or something, or like the days of AP Tryndamere.
The AP Master Yi feeding in my games.
Yeah, that would be me. But no, it's like, you know, sometimes they just live for a little longer, and they even had like an episode where they like patched out something or something like that. I don't know. So it was like kind of really.
I see you, Josh. Live your fantasy,
That's basically what it comes down to.
I do like Bullfurry.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably.
But I'm excited for next season, just because this season nothing has like really grabbed me.
Nothing has grabbed me either. But I am excited for that one movie you mentioned about the getting hit by a car or some shit.
The Isekai movie.
I love isekais. If they can do it well and keep me hooked, I will fucking watch it. I don't care. I'll watch it.
But yeah, I think that wraps it up for the seasonal stuff. Oh, and watch Keep Your Hands Off the Isaacan. That's the other one I wanted to mention. Okay.
All right. I need to read you the first question.
All right, here we go.
Congrats, you weebs. Both of you are officially in relationships.
Another high five. Woo!
Fucking okay, this is cringe. So my question is, who are your favorite power couples in anime? That's a cool question.
Power couples in anime.
That's power couples.
Like both of them have to be like individually like cool people.
Like both of them come together to make like a power couple.
Yeah.
But there's also like a lot of couples that I think are like I'm just gonna name Trisha and Hohenheim, right? Or some couples that you don't immediately think of that were like
pairs.
That were really cute together. I don't know.
Like Major, this guy plus the
Roy and Riza. I was gonna mention that one too.
Like, yeah, they're a fucking power.
I think they're a
duo.
power couple. I remember when I was younger, I hated Riza.
Like don't get near my boy.
Fuck. Yo, I had such a crush on Roy. You don't even know. I was like known as the girl who had like a crush on Roy Mustang amongst my friends. One of them even gifted me a Roy figurine for my birthday, and I never fucking opened the box because I wanted it in mint condition.
Oh my god.
And I would like do the thing a lot, the snapping thing. And the the episode when he said he liked miniskirts and shit. I'm like, I'm gonna buy a military miniskirt. Holy shit, I was so cringe. But I thought he was really like hot.
It's okay. I think a lot of people. I used to think I could charge a Kamehameha if I like tried really hard.
Okay, no, I didn't actually think I was gonna make fire. You know that, right?
Oh.
Okay, moving on.
Anyways.
I can't think of one off the top of my head, honestly. A power couple specifically.
I really like Araragi plus Senjugahara from Monogatari. I think they're a great duo.
Great. Cool. More Bakemonogatari shit.
Wait, we have to be able to think of. I keep thinking of Kirito, Asuna.
Oh,
Except
they would
Asuna's-
be a power couple.
They're definitely a power couple. They just the Kirito part of it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, Asuna's great.
What's your power couple?
Yeah.
Put in the comments.
Hey.
Okay. If you had to describe your friends as anime characters, which anime characters would you choose and stuff?
Should we just like go through offline? Is that
Sure,
easiest?
I don't know, sure.
know. Like what tropes would like people?
Okay, Toast would be the fucking smartass,
Yeah.
right? Comes into school late or something.
He really needs glasses. I
Yeah,
feel
he
like
needs to do that.
Like this feels like his type of pose.
Yes,
you
yes,
know?
yes, I agree. Poki would be the perfect like senpai
Oh,
girl. Like
the Ojo-sama.
she walks by the hallway and all the
Yeah.
guys are like, oh my god, it's Poki-chan.
Even all the girls are like,
And
yeah.
she's even prettier today than she was yesterday.
And she's foreign, so she has like the
Yes,
random
she's
blonde
fucking
hair.
foreign.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
Yep, that's
Oh, that's so
definitely
funny.
Poki.
Okay, Michael is. I can't.
I'll leave you to this one. I don't want to.
I don't even know what Michael
Well,
is.
like there's always that like one hacker guy, right? And so like I feel like it would work
the
really well.
smartass too,
Yeah.
and the hacker, whatever the fuck. Scara.
Oh, definitely class president guy. He's like the guy who's trying
He's
to keep
also kind of
everyone in line.
smartass too, though. To be fair,
Yeah, that's true.
everyone's fucking
Actually,
Scara.
everyone.
That is the class, like the childhood friend. Childhood friend. Fed, 100%. Yvonne. I feel like the childhood friend to girl next door sort of. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that too.
Well, if she goes in and then you're like sleeping on the main character's sleeping on the desk and she's like, "Mo, you're osoy desu ne." Mo, main character couldn't wake up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that makes
You'd
sense.
be
The cool protagonist with the ultra cool powers, and everybody likes. The
no.
character, and-
If you were the protagonist, you'd be the jaded one, like the edgy one. Remember, the
yeah.
one who has like inner monologue.
Oh yeah, I can see
Day after
that.
day, I come to the school. There's nothing to do here. Blah blah
Of
blah
course,
blah. Of course. And then there's a girl, happy girl next to you, and shit like that.
She knows nothing.
I'd be dead.
Oh come on.
Be honest. What anime character would I be like? Be honest. It's okay. You can't hurt my feelings. Trust me. I took therapy. I know how to compartmentalize.
I feel like the classic shy girl, but like when you get to know her, she's got a lot more going on. You know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Well, that's
like,
cute.
you know
Thank you.
that's like there's like that trope of character who like Hinata but less
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 doormatty.
soft,
Yeah,
right?
I
Like
agree, I
and
agree.
I'm trying to think of a character who does that, who's like soft on the outside, but like when you like talk to them, they're like
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
because there are definitely
There are definitely lots of cool characters like out there like that are like me, but like not really because I'm like way cooler than them.
I was thinking the opposite direction. But anyways,
Anyway,
next question.
the worst anime you've ever watched for me, it's probably School Days. Dude, School Days.
School Days was
Dude,
something.
that was wild. Okay, first out, 10 or whatever, how many episodes were really bad, then the last episode comes and it's fucking like, there was no baby inside.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on? School
She
Days.
wasn't pregnant. And then, like, it's just fucking gore for, I don't know, it's weird.
Like no reason. I
And
don't
the
know.
guy was a dick. He was cheating. And it was
Yeah.
fucking weird. I hated that.
That one was so weird. yeah.
Honestly, that's a very bad anime. Good job. That's a very,
The problem is that when animes get really bad, I just drop them. So like I don't end
but
up watching. it.
sometimes you want to see just how bad it gets,
I
right?
never do that.
You did it with Frank's. Checkmate.
Okay, but that one started out really good, right?
It got bad.
It
It got
hooked
bad.
me in.
I know.
There's sunk cost, right? Like
That's like such a weird relationship you had with that anime. Like it started off so good, and you keep hoping that it'll go back to how it used to be, even though it keeps getting worse. And deep inside, you know that it's never gonna go back to.
Each of those weeks were really painful. I was like, okay, now they're gonna like get back on track.
Yeah, every week we were talking like, dude, now it's gonna become.
Yeah.
No. You don't understand, guys. Next week it's gonna be. And then
Okay. The aliens are actually something else. Okay, and then
It's a
was
metaphor.
Like,
It's a metaphor.
Yeah, it'll do something else, and then like, okay, now 02 is this fucking spaceship.
God, that anime to this day remains one of the most like I have never seen an anime that was so hyped in the beginning.
Yeah.
And that just failed so. Oh yeah, and then two kids had sex and one of them got pregnant and had a kid or something.
I don't.
Okay, you know what? Moving on.
Yeah, let's move on.
General thoughts about Tower of God, Noblesse. Noblesse is getting an anime?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Is it?
It says general thoughts about Tower of God, Noblesse, and the other Crunchyroll
Is
originals.
Noblesse getting it?
No fucking
That'd be
way.
crazy.
No way.
I feel like I would have heard
no.
about it
I
because
feel
Noblesse
it.
is such a popular thing. I haven't personally read it, but I feel like I would have.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no.
Oh, is it?
Wait, is it? No.
just two.
Like a while ago, I
Okay.
think. Yeah, I see.
Oh, okay.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think, like we said earlier,
Yeah,
webtoons
yeah.
it's a great thing. to
There's
be
just so
self-
much potential there, so I think it makes a lot of sense on all sides.
Oh yeah, Inspector has Bakemonogatari vibes. So I really want to hear what Zell has to say. You heard him. He
I liked it at first, but I've gone way down on it. It started to get really narrative heavy in terms of like monologuing, but not in the same way like Monogatari has monologuing. And like Monogatari, the monologues feel very smart and like add a lot to the character interactions. And I can see the comparison a little bit, but it just doesn't really hit it for me. I don't know. I actually ended up dropping Inspector, but
interesting.
I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. If it gets better, let me know. But like, it got a little old for me.
Is there an anime that you just like to leave on the background when you do things? I think for me that's a lot of slice of life shit. I don't know.
Shonens, because like in the end I'm like I've been watching JoJo's, and so I've been playing Pokemon and keeping JoJo's up, and so it's like things are happening, but like
It's if you miss like a dialogue or two, it's not the end of the world.
And
I
also
agree.
a lot of times like
My question is, how do you do other things while you read the subtitles of the anime?
I've gotten to the point in shonen, especially where I'm like, you're like, yeah, well, okay.
What it up?
You're like, okay, he's saying
I
something
see,
about
I see, I
himself.
see. Have you guys read Solo Leveling? If so, what are your thoughts about the manhwa?
Everyone keeps talking about it. I feel like in our like circle of people, like people have been going crazy about Solo Leveling. I know like Celine, I know Scar loves it.
It's entertaining. Like I give it a try.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it because it got a little winded for me, but I should pick it up again. It was entertaining.
One of these days, I need to just have like a manga month where I only read manga because I want to catch up. For example, One Piece, lol, and stuff like this, stuff like Noblesse, Tower of God. Catch up on maybe like Promised Neverland or something. I just want to like.
Okay, to be fair, the Promised Neverland manga also got real. Sometimes, okay, I noticed like some problems with
God.
mangas where, okay, I like reading a
no,
lot
this
because I
this
know what to
doesn't bode
like. So I like it starts off really strong, right? It's like, for example, Promised Neverland. The premise is so strong. In fact, it was pretty faithful to the adaptation. You know, the adaptation. And it keeps going. I'm like, all right, it's getting a little convoluted. You know, they're introducing some things that aren't quite meshing.
Oh, no.
And then you keep going. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what happened? Like, it just gets really messy, and that's the problem I have with some mangas that start off really good.
I think the problem, and this happens with typical TV shows, is the first season comes out because that's what you go to network with, right? You're like, I wrote this thing, and please fund my thing, and they go, oh, it's really good. Okay, we'll fund it, and then if it does well, then they were like, okay, we want more, extend it, and then that's when I feel like the writers
kind of.
It gets
drops.
less focused
I
because
agree,
they're
agree.
like, okay, well, we need to
That's
add
how I
another element,
feel.
another element.
Like the first season or whatever is usually so well written and condensed and blah 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 blah. Like Legend of Korra, for example. I remember the first. I heard that they didn't think they were gonna get a second season, right? So the main villain of the first season was like no more by the end of the first season, and he was such a well written villain.
Yeah.
But they extended it.
Yeah.
And then like I'm like, okay, now
What happened here?
kind of like that's how I felt back then too.
I think about it with Bleach a lot, where like
Yeah.
the first couple of arcs, I was like, oh, I'm very invested, and then
the storytelling just falls.
it was just like, well, after the Iranka arc, and then it was just like
That is why I think Harry Potter would make such a good anime because you already have 7 full books. The storytelling is there.
I
The
guess
world
so.
is expansive, and it's just God. Please make a Harry Potter anime while I'm still alive.
You know, it could happen.
I
Like
just think
honestly,
that, like we were saying before, the source material is there. The world is very rich. Like you can
Yeah.
do so many cool things with anime. Please make a Harry Potter anime while I'm still alive.
I do have feelings about J.K. Rowling in general, but
Her tweets,
like additions to the wizarding world. I'm like,
There's one edition that just like what the fuck? Like sometimes they don't go to the bathroom
yeah,
because they can
just
like
disapparate the stuff.
the
off of them.
what the fuck?
It's like, what are you talking about?
Honestly, it's her.
It's hers. But
IP. She can do whatever the fuck. We can like canonically
just it's like Darling in the Franxx. You just forget about the past.
Yeah.
After
Did you read The Cursed Child?
No, I didn't.
It's like J.K. Rowling endorsed like a sequel
Oh, really?
of Harry Potter when
Is it good?
it's about their children. No, the fucking Voldemort had a kid with Bellatrix and shit. It's not.
Wow.
It's weird. It's just weird. There's time travel and it's just weird. Weird. Anyway, do you think that the more anime gets released over time, it'll eventually become stale? I don't think so. No,
I actually don't think so. It would be like saying, like, you know what? We've been doing movies for a long time. Maybe we should just stop doing
anime
that.
is way too vast. In the end, it's just another example of storytelling, and
Yeah.
as long as people have stories to tell, it won't get stale.
You know what's going out of style? Books. You know, like,
That's just not true. That's just.
you know, ever since the Bible, it's really just gone downhill.
Have you seen any of the Crunchyroll exclusive lineups? Are there any other webtoons you'd like to see animated? Like, yeah.
One of my favorite manga doesn't have an adaptation, and I wonder one day if it will. Oyasumi Pun Pun is still just one of my
I
favorites.
can see Oyasumi Pun Pun being like such a dark, gritty, quirky anime. Like, holy shit.
I think if it's done right, it could be
It could
like,
be fucking mind-blowingly amazing.
because like the visuals are so interesting, but like wonky.
It's just depression, the manga.
Yeah,
but it's
it really
so fucking good. If they like stylized it and dude, I can see this being such a good anime.
Like
Holy
I
shit.
want like someone like Shaft who who
Yeah.
has like who can handle weird visual styles.
if they
and,
have some like creative storytelling, they like not afraid to do things. I think
yeah.
like those random texts in the middle of Bakemonogatari.
yeah,
shit,
something like that, like, to get his inner monologue and
fuck, that'd be good.
and
I
like his
that.
visualization of God or whatever too. Like I feel like
I'm actually like I'm down. I'm digging this.
Yeah.
This is like second on my list now. And, Harry Potter's still first.
Can we get like Ender's Game, the anime? I don't know.
Ender's. I also think Ender's Game would be a Game of Thrones anime.
Game of Thrones anime, but with the better ending. Game of Thrones Brotherhood. It would be so good. Fix the ending.
Game of Thrones. Oh, like a lot of like things that are existing would be such good. Like The Witcher would be.
Oh,
I think The
yeah,
Witcher.
The Witcher would
just
be
can you
cool.
just make everything
Just
like
everything
good
in
in
anime.
anime while I'm
Wait.
still alive? Thank you.
What other things would be like Marvel movies and anime? You know, like I don't
Honestly,
know.
Marvel movies are. It reminds me
They're
of
already
like
pretty
anime
good,
in
though.
like real life form. It's
Yeah.
so like the effects are amazing.
They're so good.
Entertaining. It's funny.
I mean, technically, it kind of is, right? Because it's Western comics turned into movies.
Yeah,
so-
no, Marvel was pretty good, but like anime would be
Yeah.
pretty cool. Dude, just make everything an
Just
anime.
Make, everything- make my life an anime, please.
Make my dog's life into an anime.
Oh, funny thing, because I was on the front of Animemes. I don't know if you saw this, but they posted one from one of our old offline TV
Oh,
Q&A videos, and it was like talking about like, if they ever create isekai, just fucking send me there, man. I don't want to be here anymore. It got like 8,000 upvotes.
No, that was
It's
actually
crazy.
it was funny. I was like wondering why they came up again. I'm
Yeah,
like, what?
yeah.
Oh, Josh called on animemes. I'll answer like 3 more, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Your favorite element of an anime: a certain artistic style, interesting plot device, even a small piece of information on world building.
Monogatari.
I really like what if stories. Like I like.
Oh wait, did I misread the question?
Element of an anime.
Oh, element. Oh,
So like
okay,
something
like
about
a
an
plot
anime.
device. Okay, yeah.
So like I like what ifs. I like really good music. If there's good music, it hooks me in. Good animation.
Yeah.
Pretty girls. Pretty characters.
I'm all about this.
And like honestly, a really good plot would suck me right in, right? I get so frustrated if there's no
Is there what like plot things are you like a sucker for? You know, like
thriller, psychological, mystery,
Okay.
like what
like what if scenarios.
Yeah, I love what if. That's why I love time travel shit
Yeah.
because it's so like
Have you watched Steins Gate?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but the pacing of that was god awful. Like
Yeah.
it was fucking so bad. But the story was really. I actually loved the story so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
It was so good. So anything like that was good. Yeah.
I'm trying to think what other like plot device stuff that I enjoy. The stuff I don't enjoy is like,
You like go on.
oh no.
The silent loner protagonist
I,
guy
it doesn't even need to be
with
that.
the hot girl with staplers coming out of her butt. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what Senju got. She gets them all from her ass.
Go on.
I'm trying to think of like plot devices that I'm a sucker for, but in the end, it's like I just want characters that are good because Plot-wise, I feel like I've seen everything, you know? Like, how many more shonens do I have to watch? But the thing that will always bring me back
the characters are lovable. I agree with you, too.
And so, like, Haikyuu, for example, I've seen so much sports anime. I've seen this whole thing before. I'm an underdog, and I'm trying to be the best, blah, blah, blah. And I've seen so many iterations of that, but the reason why I like Haikyuu in particular it's because the characters are so dynamic and like you can't help but like cheer for Hinata because he's like brash and he's like loud and obnoxious the way Naruto and like some of these other shows, but like he's like a better version of that in some ways. And so like characters are what will always bring me back more so than like plot devices. Yeah.
When you think about it, a lot of the slice of life plots aren't that.
They're not. Let's be honest.
But you go back for the dialogue, the characters, like the relationships that build. Like I think lovable characters are definitely a good one. What anime would you like to be deleted from planet Earth? These are some. Don't really.
I want to know what the world would be like if SAO didn't exist. Can you imagine? Just like think about that. Like isekai would not be as popular, maybe, right? Or like I don't know.
What I think MMO anime wouldn't be as popular.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think.
Dude, SAO was so big.
So influential in so many ways.
I bought a Kirito sword replica, a foam sword from Amazon. It's coming in a few days.
Oh, you bought it like recently? I thought this was like when I was a big SAO.
Oh! No, I bought it recently.
Wait, what just because? You like Kirito? Because you think you're Kirito?
No. We started doing like little weapon fights, Michael and I. So we used cardboard at first, right? Shut the fuck up. But then, cardboard actually cuts.
Oh,
you see, there's cuts on my arms because he was slashing me. I'm like, all right, we're going to buy some foam weapons, right? So I got 2 foam daggers for Michael, and I'm like, what do I want? I want a sword. What kind of sword? I want Kirito's sword. That's the story. So I have a Kirito sword. But anyway,
nice.
It's a cool looking sword. I like their character design. The weapons look really cute.
Let's be honest, SAO has a lot of good things for it. It's just,
yes, I completely agree. There's also a lot of bad things, but, everyone has a bit of good and a bit of bad, like Josh.
What? All good. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, last question, maybe?
Okay. I love the current format of the podcast, but wanted to know if you guys have any thoughts about different formats or activities, playing an anime-themed game for the podcast.
I'd be down.
We used to do segments at the end. I think we should bring that back.
Yeah, like mini games or something. Yeah,
I think that'd be cute. We should do that, yeah.
I still think we should do create an anime using random nouns and just like.
I'm still down to do that.
We'll think of stuff and I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah, that's basically it for the podcast. We did it.
Completely different news.
Yeah.
Lux is getting new skin. Yo, Cosmic Lux.
It looks beautiful again. Why are all her skins so good?
Because it makes money for the less popular skins, okay? You guys should be thanking her, okay? She's making the money.
So privileged to this.
Dude, when Prestige Lux came out, I'm like, I'm never gonna use another skin again. Prestige is the best Lux skin there is. And this fucking shit comes out. I'm gonna play the fuck out of the skin. Both versions, by the way. Yo, League should be an anime.
Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about this.
League of Legends.
When I was working at Riot, there's stuff I can't say on this podcast about that. I'll tell you about NDA. But
I remember you. I mean, no, I don't remember. No,
I've never said anything about this stuff, right?
To me. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So, if there's anything you should take away from this podcast is Harry Potter should be an anime. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And make sure we always do Q&A for each episode, so check out our subreddit. It's our filler arc.
Maybe we could do animemes, submit a meme submission.
And we just look through the fucking memes.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard for audio, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, we're going to describe it. All right, this is a picture of a cat girl with a submarine. You know what I mean?
You guys can let us know if you guys want some segments that require video.
Or
because, I
give
think
suggestions for segments,
because,
too.
Good Mythical Morning does that, they do some game stuff that doesn't necessarily require audio. So, I don't know, maybe.
Okay, there's some audio-only games we can do, I'm sure.
Well,
guess the anime. All right, who am I?
Wow, I wonder who it is.
All right, bye.
Anyways, bye. See you guys next time. Hopefully it'll be sooner
listen.
than 1 month like this one was.
Well, not till weeks later because you're not even going to leave your house for 2 weeks because of coronavirus.
We'll record in 2 weeks.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Clap. No, well, you don't clap after it ends.